Happy Friday, one and all, and welcome to the ultimate edition of, I almost said Disney
I have
Trivia
an alert
Live.
on my watch that says that we're live.
The ultimate, glad, nice to know that works, of the Disney Morning Show for the week ending on Pi Day, March 14th. That is today. We're going to catch you up on what's going on in the world of Disney. A fun day, actually. Some fun stuff to get you to with the news. Got some pocket picks today. We're going to do our winners and losers this day in Disney history. Got it all coming. Let's get started. Let's see if the Disney company can end the week on a high note. They've been struggling. That stock actually got below $100. I honestly didn't think we would ever see $100 again. Rearview mirror. 98.65. So right. up quite a bit from yesterday, where it was only 96.63. So hopefully by Monday, certainly by the time I get back, $100 is a distant memory.
Before Ethan gives us the theme park weather, I do want to note that there is a chance for severe weather today out in the Midwest, St. Louis, Memphis, half of Illinois. So if you're in there's an image behind Ethan, you'll see. But make sure you stay weather aware if you're in the middle of the country like I am, because it could be nasty. But let's have some fun with Ethan.
Hello there and welcome to another edition of the LP Disney Weather Report. A long, long time ago, I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. And I knew if I had my chance, that I could make those people dance. And maybe they'd be happy for a while. But February made me shiver. With every paper I'd deliver, bad news on the doorstep. I couldn't take one more step. I can't remember if I cried when I read about his widowed bride. But something touched me deep inside the day the music died. So, bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, "This'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die." Let's get to the weather. Anaheim will continue to be soggy into the afternoon before finally clearing around 3 or 4 p.m. Through it all, they'll be right around 51 degrees. Walt Disney World will be warm today with a high of 82 and mostly sunny skies. Castaway Cay will reach 75 again today and will also be sunny. Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point will best that by a few degrees, reaching 78. Disneyland Paris is rainy once again tonight but will hopefully end the park-going day with dry conditions, although it will be sub 40 degrees. Tokyo will be overcast tomorrow and briefly hit a high of 54. Shanghai will be near 50 degrees all day tomorrow, and the chance of some showers in the afternoon can't be ruled out. Lastly, Hong Kong will be more than 20 degrees warmer than its mainland park counterpart at 73 degrees but will also see a chance of afternoon showers. And that will do it for another Disney weather update. Have a great day and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.
That's not it. But we do have breaking news because we have a brand new. You might need to refresh the page. Poster. Sorry. Poster.
I was thinking the trailer was the breaking news.
We don't do breaking news for trailers. We do breaking news for posters. Right, but yes, there is a new trailer. The first trailer for Freakier Friday, which I don't know if we want to take a look at. It plays the Chaperone song. Our local hero plays Hot to Go, so it'll surely get copyright struck, but that's okay.
You know what? I'm going to say it. I'm going to approve it. Here we go. Let's watch this together. The debut of the new Freaky Friday trailer, which the fact that this is a debut trailer ties in with a pocket pick later.
Oh, that's interesting. Your lifelines. It's like they've intersected before. You've walked in each other's path. Oh, strange. Really? You learned a lesson. A lesson that may serve you again. Okay, that's enough. Thank you. Let's go. Bye. Did you feel that? I think it's just all in our heads. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my God! What was that? Oh no, not again. What's happening? It's all right. Who's in my body? It's okay, it's me, Harp, it's Mom. Wait, what? If you're me and I'm you, then who is that?
I'm Grandma, sweetheart.
My
face looks like a Birkin bag that's been left out in the sun to rot.
How do we fix this? Last time, we convinced everyone that we were each other. Until we switched back.
Oh, girls, that doesn't work. Ow!
I think I just peed a little. Okay, I'll let you know when it's time for you to make your sexy grand entrance.
Sexy grand entrance.
Oh, like that.
H-O-T-T-O-G-O.
And that's coming to theaters August 8th, as you just saw.
Excitement level, Kyle?
It'll be fun. I'll watch it on Disney Plus.
Did you enjoy their prior Freaky Friday?
Yeah. I mean, I was also 18 at the time.
Do you enjoy the original Freaky Friday with Jodie Foster?
Don't know if I've seen it. I've seen the original Parent Trap.
My son had a Freaky Friday phrase, the original, where he watched that a lot, mostly because there's like a car chase at the end he was really into. Is it any surprise? Is it any surprise that most of our audience associated that song with Weird Al?
I know. But do you know what, Doobie? I think I saw you realize in real time why I chose that song.
No, that's when I realized what the song was. Why did you choose that song?
Because it's
Pie
Day.
Day.
Yes, I didn't want to do Cherry Pie.
I'm this here Anakin guy.
But
speaking of
what's your?
this here
But before we get there, sorry.
I
I have
to
to ask.
That's okay. I'm coming back to that segue.
What's your favorite body swap movie or thereabouts?
I mean, Big is obviously good.
Yeah, see, I was wondering if that counted. That wouldn't be mine, but mine's related to that. My favorite would be 13 Going on 30.
Is that one with Kirk Cameron?
No, 13 Going on 30. I mean, he might be in it somewhere, but no, it's Jennifer Garner and Mark Ruffalo.
Okay, I don't even know that one. Kirk Cameron has one.
Oh, but 17 Again is also really good. That 17 Again might be my favorite.
Who's in 17 Again?
Matthew Perry and Zac Efron and the late Michelle Trachtenberg.
I did not even see that one. Kirk Cameron body swap. Probably. What was that? Like father, like son. Okay. Yeah, thank you very much, laughingplace.com. I'm sure that is our movie guy, Mike Celestino. Mickey B says Face Off, which is a different kind, but that is actually a really good choice. A really good choice. But, I think
what was your segue, though?
I think I'd go with Big. But, you know, my this here Anakin guy, the Weird Al version of that song. And speaking of Anakin, he used a lightsaber. And if you want to use a lightsaber, well, you can. Because a new storyline for building these things is coming to Savi's workshop at Walt Disney World. We knew it was coming to Disneyland for Seasons of the Force. Now they've announced it's coming to Disneyland starting on Star Wars Day, May the 4th, while supplies last. The all-new storyline, you'll be able to build their lightsaber through remnants of ancient battles and abandoned scrap and into elegant tools that symbolize balance in the Force. And this, of course, will be at Savi's workshop in Walt Disney World and, as previously announced, in Disneyland Resort as well.
Well, speaking of the Walt Disney World Resort, the Run Disney Springtime Surprise Weekend is coming up April 3rd through the 6th, and they've given us a first look at some of the merchandise, including this beautifully colored Spirit jersey. There's also a insulated water bottle, a backpack, long sleeve shirts, zip-up jacket, ear headband, and they feature different heroes such as Groot, Hercules, Mrs. Incredible, and Baymax. So you can pick those up during the expo. They always have at Run Disney races.
What they don't feature are heads. Let's just get tight shots of the torsos.
And speaking of surprises, we're getting a second season of Light and Magic, a docuseries that came out in 2022. The first season did, all about ILM. And the second season is going to have 3 episodes. This one's going to be directed by Joe Johnston instead of Lawrence Kasdan. And it's coming much sooner than you might realize. April 18th on Disney Plus is when that will arrive. And surprised what the themes are, Gio. You don't know when you sign up for it because they sell out so far in advance.
That's true. And speaking of things no longer being available, you can no longer see the billboard for The Little Mermaid in Hollywood studios. You may recall that big blue spot right there. In fact, I'll show you. Used to have a billboard just like that.
Enhance.
It used to be right in front of this marquee, which is also gone. So after, before, The Little Mermaid, a musical adventure, which will be coming to this theater this summer. So presumably this is all in preparation for that. It will be using cutting edge digital technology and include two songs not featured in the prior version of this show, Daughters of Triton and Kiss the Girl. And why do I have those notes here? Let us get them where they belong. Kyle.
Simu Liu, I don't have a segue, is going to be hosting a new reality competition series called Got to Get Out, the opposite of the, what? Did I do something wrong?
No, I did something wrong. And
okay. The opposite of Got to Get You Into My Life by the Beatles. Simu Liu, if you don't know, he stars in, wow, just forgot the name of the movie, but Legend of the Ten Rings.
Yeah. Shang-Chi. What is
Shang-Chi. Good job. Thank you. See, you know Marvel better than I do. So let me read you the description of this TV show. Lies and lunacy collide in this exhilarating competition series where an outrageous mix of reality icons and crafty gamers must conspire to get out. In this house, time is money, and as the clock ticks up, so does the prize money. The longer they stay, the greater their chance to earn more. They can split the money equally in the end, or at any point in time, try to make their escape with the accumulated money all for themselves, leaving the others to start again at zero. So, sounds like a fun show that will be on Hulu soon.
I like having Mike out there. Like having a little stat boy. I presume this is Mike. If this isn't Mike, tell me who you are.
Yes, and The Rocketeer was the first Disney movie show that grand opened the El Capitan, the Disney era of the El Capitan Theater.
On this day in Disney history, if this day were about a week ago. All right. The Napa Rose and Storyteller Cafe, two places that I've eaten at more times than I can count, are going down for refurbs at the Grand Californian over the next few months. So in March, and we're already halfway through, so I'm not exactly sure when, Storytellers Cafe will undergo a temporary closure at its current location for several weeks to renovate the kitchen facilities. And during this period, a modified dining experience will be available in the Trillium Room, which I'm not sure where that is. And then in April, as previously announced, Napa Rose will be going down for a long refurbishment lasting until fall of 2025. During this transformation, the Disney Princess Breakfast, which is something they just have there sometimes, will be temporarily moved to that same Trillium Room, but the main dining apparently will not be anywhere else, which makes sense. This is a very high-end restaurant. You can't just go move that to some conference room. And again, don't forget, from now until mid-May, at the Grand Californian, those entrance gates that take you right into the Golden State area, the Grizzly Peak area, are not available. So if you are staying at the Grand Californian over the next couple months,
ask for a discount.
Be aware, yeah. So I was just curious. I went and checked what it costs to stay at the Grand Californian, say next week, versus what it costs in May, when presumably most of this is done. Napa Rose isn't as big a deal. Maybe it's this one dining experience. And it costs $200 less in May than it does right now. Presumably it's spring breakish maybe right now.
Yeah, spring break.
But yeah, the prices are still $700 a night if you want to stay there next week.
We have
starting at.
We have a frozen custard place right behind us, and it gets busy, but it was really busy last night. Like every parking spot was taken and the line was like out. I'm like, is it spring break or something? And spring break is technically not until next week, but the kids had off today. So that's probably why it was so busy.
It is breaking already. Rebecca is intrigued by that game show and the cast. She's a reality show freakazoid.
Let's check in on the Disney Plus top 10, Doobie.
Let's do that. So I've got my TV 14 setting as always, and let's take a look. I'm getting there. Of course. Is it any surprise what number one is? People are watching Moana 2. I may download that for the plane now that I think about it.
Whoa, a sing-along version even cracked the...
Then we have Win or Lose.
That implies that the songs are sing-alongable.
Wow. We have Snow White, a special look. So maybe people are thinking, as we talk about all the time, the sing-along you mentioned, Meet the Pickles, that behind-the-scenes Win or Lose. Cinderella, loving seeing that in the top 10, maybe because yesterday was this ending history.
Stitch Has a Glitch made it back.
Angry Birds, Stitch Has a Glitch, and then finally one Marvel in here, and then Avatar: Way of Water. Oh my goodness!
It's like they changed the algorithm just for you.
I'm wondering because, and I mentioned that yesterday. MCU usually has more than half. This time they have one, and nice to see Avatar in there. This is an interesting list. I'm glad we did this today. So glad. Oh, the cast isn't interesting. Okay, correction.
And I've had my share of bad reviews. I still remember my first good one, though. Everything else in this production of Our Town was simply terrible. Joey Tribbiani was abysmal.
And speaking...
Before we get to the review, what's your favorite Starbucks?
In general?
However you wish to answer the question.
The Starbucks roastery I went to in Tokyo.
Interesting. Okay. I wasn't sure if you were going to answer your favorite location or your favorite drink.
Oh. I was thinking about location. My favorite drink, that's changes from day to day and what's available, especially when they have holiday things. But speaking of abysmal, Fortnite's ESPN Basketball Island shoots and misses, says Maxon.
Wow.
Let me read you the last. This is his thoughts on the latest ESPN and Fortnite collaboration. He says, if I'm being 100% honest, Basketball Island is a weak addition to the game. Football Island was robust with mini games, places to explore, and had much more interesting main mode. Basketball Island essentially copied and pasted the basic premise of Football Island, leaving behind many of the smaller details that made Football Island enjoyable. While this would be more forgivable if the map performed perfectly, Basketball Island still managed to glitch out throughout most of my gameplay. I think ESPN really missed an opportunity to bring a more unique experience to Fortnite, celebrating the sport rather than pushing out already existing experience with a weak retheme. Hopefully they will add more to this map, as the game mode inspired by professional basketball has so much potential. Overall, if you play the Football Island, you'll be fine skipping Basketball Island, and then he goes into how you can play Fortnite. But yeah, it doesn't sound like it's very enjoyable, so maybe they'll learn from this.
You know what concerns me about this review?
What?
Maxon, quickly becoming one of my favorite contributors to Laughing Place, starts off its conclusion. If I'm being 100% honest, does that imply that as a reviewer, sometimes he's not? I mean, that's your job as a reviewer, is to be wonderful. That's a good one.
And the rest.
Speaking of islands.
Well done. Speaking of islands, Dole, which we visited their plantation when we went to Hawaii last year. They are launching a very cool campaign in honor of the Lilo and Stitch live action. So as Stitch prepares to return to the big screen, he's been recruited by Dole Food Company for a new 5-month in-store digital and social media initiative, Disney Stitch for Spirit of Ohana, kicking off on April 2nd and continuing through July 31st, April, May, June, July, but 31st. Yeah, that's basically 5 months. No, it's not. All of April, all of May, all of June, all of July. No, that's 4 months. The campaign includes a destination website, character-inspired recipes, gathering ideas, digital downloads, educational, DIY, other videos. And as a preview, boom, boom, shoppers can now find Disney's Stitch on millions of Dole Tropical Gold Pineapple hang tags and Dole banana stickers throughout the US and Canada. And I just wanted to give you a little behind the scenes there. If you are a publicist and you want to make sure you get your stuff on Laughing Place or any other outlet, be persistent. I received at least 6 emails reminding us to put this story up, and there it is. So there you go.
Or wait for a slow day. That's what really happens. And we got some news about the Hulu's upcoming Prison Break reboot, spinoff, whatever. We got casting news. Emily Browning, Lucas Gage, and Drake Roger have been cast as series regulars. If you're wondering why they're making a Prison Break reboot, apparently the original series gained a resurgence on TikTok earlier, and so they decided to revisit it.
Have you watched that show at all?
No, never have. Have you?
I watched season 1. I don't know. I remember season 2 I did. I watched it late. I was one of those latecomers, I think, because of TikTok. And it is one of the top ones, right up there with 24. It's a great show. Our very own Mike Celestino went to a preview of, oh my goodness, of the Boysenberry Festival at Knott's Berry Farm yesterday. Got a lot of tweets in there, so we have one of our cool auto live blogs building on our tweets. Did a great job. Lots of pictures, some video of Snoopy. Obviously, this one builds on food. That is the key. Mike Celestino knows food like nobody else. So you can go check that out on our website. And Mike Celestino, a busy guy. He, yesterday afternoon, the official Star Wars YouTube channel did a live Q&A with the creator of and showrunner of Andor, Tony Gilroy, as well as some other special guests. So Mike Celestino watched all of that and gave us a nice breakdown. If you don't have time to watch it all, you can read his article and catch the highlights. Very exciting. Don't forget the new season of Andor comes to Disney Plus on April 22nd. Very excited about that one. All right, I got a couple of pocket picks today, and I should have been a little better prepared, but I'm almost there. Almost there. All right, first off, all right, this one's kind of this one shocked me this morning.
Shocked.
So we all know
he was shooketh.
You know who Keith Lee. You know who Keith Lee is, right?
Yeah.
No way, you don't.
Vaguely. I know he's a guy that reviews food.
He is a guy that reviews food. He buys the food, gets in his car, eats it, gives everything a rating. Very basic. He does like some weird zooming, but other than that, just very basic. He's not some connoisseur. He's a former MMA fighter, and it's just what he does. But he's become huge. If he goes to your restaurant and gives it a good review, you are going to blow up. You are going to need to hire a bunch of people.
He is to food as Dave Portnoy is to pizza.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to move the needle. So I have no idea where this came from, but I'm just scrolling TikTok this morning, and TikTok knows I'm interested in cruise content. And here's Keith Lee at Palo. He did a Palo review. Yes, he went on the cruise ship. He talked about how Disney invited him to go on the cruise ship, did a Palo review. This thing has only been up for 16 hours. I don't know where the view count is on this thing, but it's got 2,700 comments, 240,000 hearts. So just like everything he does, Palo's about to blow up. Get those reservations now. So I'm not going to play it. It's 4 minutes long. I'll give you
well, since he was invited by Disney, though, does he say, if I'm being 100% honest?
So, but it's cool to see him talk about I know this stuff. You know, it's probably the first Keith Lee restaurant I've been to. And I didn't really want to watch it because I don't want him to like have one of my favorite dishes. I give this a 6. It's Palo, man. This is some of the best food in the world. But he did give it an overall positive review. And it's just fun to see Keith Lee eating a bunch of stuff that at Palo. I love this. And my only complaint, Keith Lee, you're at Palo, dude. I hope they did this when it was closed because Palo has a dress code. I know I'm kind of old-fashioned, but I like the dress code. You don't.
Well, is this not the brunch? Doesn't the brunch have a looser one?
It has a looser one, but it does not have wear your cap backwards in that definition. I'm certain of that. So that's all I'm saying.
I think when they invite you on and probably pay you to do this,
he would not be
dressed how you want.
I'm sure they paid for the trip. They did not pay him. I'm certain they did not pay him. Keith Lee does not do that. Yeah, basketball hats in general are not allowed. And then he's got some cool view. I mean, he was clearly very impressed by Palo. I love just watching this, even though I had the sound off because I did not want to hear him criticize Palo. But just watching some of this, these pancakes are amazing. Oh, at the end, they gave him the grape and gorgonzola pizza, which is phenomenal. They're like, it's not on the menu, but you got to have this. They do have it. Get this every time we go for brunch. It is so phenomenal. He loved it. He described it great. Keith Lee, so happy to see that. You can tell I'm excited about my upcoming cruise. And my second pocket pick today. It is the best pizza. It is so good. We have to decide, hon. We currently have a reservation for brunch and dinner. We can do both, but we may want to only do one. And that pizza is not available for dinner. All right. Our second one today is this popped up in my stream this morning. This is from That Sis Jazz. And I think you can get the gist of it just from watching it. So let's do that. I dropped the new Lilo and Stitch trailer. It's just music. So it says, working in marketing for Walt Disney Studios, click, but this moment is my favorite. So she would seem to be the person, how is this my real job, who literally pressed the button, hope she's proud, to drop that trailer on the Walt Disney Studios website. And she's a new employee there, very excited about her job. She's kind of I just discovered it this morning, but I looked at some of their other videos. So it's just a fun follow of someone who is just so excited to be working for Disney. So congratulations to you.
Speaking of congratulations.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. I'm a loser.
Doobie, I think I get to go first this week.
All right. So this is
No, wait, you go first this week is what I meant.
Oh, okay, that's fine. So we're
I'm
doing our
sorry.
winners and losers today. So what am I doing? My winner?
Yeah, you'll do your winner, and then I'll do my winner, and then I'll do my loser.
All right. So there's an obvious winner this week that I am not going to choose. I presume you are, so I'm not even going to say a word. So,
I don't know if I am. We'll see.
okay, well, I mean, South by Southwest was huge. There was a lot of exciting news this morning, but who cares? The winner this week is Pez.
Doobie, that's my winner.
I love it. I am so happy. Go ahead. Why? Why, Kyle?
I mean, they've been around 98 years, founded in Austria. I loved them as a kid, haven't thought about them in a decade, and out of nowhere, they pop up, and everyone's all hype again. I'm excited for the resurgence of Pez. I like they're keeping it at... I'm sure that I used to buy these things for $1, so even $5 is way too much, but it's so cheap in, like, context that I am... like I said, excited to go and eat me some Pez.
I am so happy we both picked that. They have the Figment, Hatbox Ghost, so many more. Way to go, Pez. So, Rebecca, you're watching. I had a dream about Pez that we went to Florida and we were excited about this Pez. And one of our family members was complaining about the price. We're like, it costs $4. That's one of the best parts is how cheap it is. And they're like, yeah, but if you want to have one every day, you're spending like hundreds of dollars a month on Pez. So I'm glad it was just a dream because otherwise I might have to leave the family.
Well, for my loser then, since we both chose Pez as the winner, my loser this week... Oh, you took me down.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. You're in control. Lemon.
Oh. What?
I'm just laughing at the lemon Pez.
WordPress. That's my loser of the week because Laughing Place no longer uses WordPress. We use LPDCMS, and it is superior. Can I tell you, WordPress powers 43.5% of all global websites, but not Laughing Place. We run on a proprietary software built by this man up here. And so sorry, WordPress, but not sorry.
Thank you, Kyle. That makes me very happy. It's a big project. We did it in a rush for reasons, and I'm very happy that it seems to be a success. And Kyle, who used it more than anyone else, he's the one that matters so much. And thank you, Gio. Wow. All right. Well, my loser today is almost my loser last week. I'm glad I didn't pick it last week because it's still there. Under $100. The Walt Disney stock price is under $100. I honestly, once it got back over there for a couple of weeks, I'm like, it's never going to see 100 again. It's just a matter of when it gets back to 200. But nope, it is now back in the 90s. A little disappointing. I realize there's a lot of global stuff going on. It's not all about Disney, but it is partially about Disney. So that is my loser of the week.
You know, I had a backup winner that I could have taken, and that would be Stitch, because that came out of nowhere, and everyone I've seen talk about the trailer really enjoyed it. So I think that's potential, and that
is a good winner.
Hopefully that helps me, because my bold prediction was that it's going to be the best reviewed Disney live action since Jungle Book. So we'll see.
I think you're going to be right. I do like the second comment on that video that I showed. The lady who released it says, "Yay! Now tell them that Pleakley is portrayed incorrectly, and we're all mad about it." So Tony said something similar. So not everyone is thrilled with this trailer, and I know my wife wasn't too excited about it either. So 10 o'clock, Kyle, we got anything?
Sure. Let me take a look. We do have a foodie guide, but I figured we'd go over that in another.
Okay. All right. Well, I am not here next week.
Great point. Well, then let's talk about. Let's just look at the tweet version. So we'll look at some of the cute stuff. I'll send it to you on private chat.
Okay. Here we go on the private
Here
chat.
we go to the universe.
All right. What are we looking at, Kyle?
Energy. We're looking at a bunny butt, I think. We also have this popcorn bucket. Very cute thumper there. And then if you don't have something nice to say about it, that looks like gray stuff to me.
Sure does.
But it's all springtimed out. That's one of the candy pinatas they do at the ganachery with jelly beans inside. And then,
oh, goodness.
Yeah, I told you, bunny butt. It looks like it's
Why?
a Rice Krispie treat with different things, but you can check out the Walt Disney World Easter / springtime guide over on Laughing Place shortly. I don't think we have it up yet, but
There it is. All right. I think someone pressed a button to make this go live. That's kind of, I never really thought about that, but that's kind of exciting.
that's a thing that happened.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
Nope,
Hopefully,
we're not done.
Oh, we're not done. I ask you about 10 o'clock. I am so off.
Because you just saw that it was 10 o'clock and you're like, oh, 10 o'clock, we need to do something. But no, Doobie, it's time for your quiz.
We're not done. Don't go anywhere. Okay.
On this day, 1933, someone was born. I had a very specific poem written for him, so that would be way easier for you. A miser who lived all alone in a Christmas tale fully grown. With Muppets he'd share a story so rare and found joy he'd never known.
Michael Caine?
Mike Cocaine, yes.
How could you not give me a Jaws 4? Jaws the Revenge.
Well, because I figured it should be about Disney since it's this day in Disney history.
Oh, good point. Good point.
Yeah.
Wow, people are really picking on me for screwing up the structure here.
It's okay. On this day in 1948, a Disney legend was born, a host with a voice full of cheer. In a monster-filled world he'd near. With laughs he would guide, a friend by your side where scaring is done without fear.
Billy Crystal?
Billy Crystal. Marvelous.
Hey, I ate at Storytellers with him one time. I mean, he didn't know I was there because we were at separate tables, but there he was.
There he was.
The year he got the Disney Legend Award.
And then on this day in 2008, a parade made its Disney's Hollywood Studios debut.
That's all I get.
Well, I mean,
2008. I was living there.
it came from another park. That's why I'm saying it made its Disney Hollywood Studios debut.
Hollywood Studios, one of those Pixar parades. Countdown to Fun. Pixar Play Parade.
This is Block Party Bash.
Block Party Bash.
Yes, you were close. But then on this day, in 2008, a new parade debuted at Disney California Adventure.
The Pixar Play Parade.
That is the Pixar Play Parade. How did you know that?
I didn't see it down there. I got that on there.
Yes. So for those who don't know, Block Party Bash was at DCA, went to Hollywood Studios, and then they got Pixar Play Parade.
I've had so many of these. They are quite yummy.
We haven't purchased. Maybe that's my next trip to Walmart. I'm gonna have to get some of those.
We got the.
I have had the Post Malone Oreos though. We just got little packs of those.
We usually buy every new Oreo pack, but that one I just couldn't pull the trigger on because I don't really know.
It's so small they rip you off. But we bought this thing at Sam's Club yesterday. It's a box and it's little 2 packs of cookies. Half of them are Post Malone and half of them are double stuffed Oreos. On this day in 2013, the Walt Disney World Resort announced that it was undergoing a major retheming of an area, changing its name.
2013.
This was the announcement.
Oh, okay. This is the announcement, not the actual opening.
Major area of the park. That's not a theme park.
Oh, not a theme. Wide World of Sports, the ESPN Wide World of Sport?
No, we already did that recently.
Yeah, we did. Oh, Downtown Disney and Disney Springs.
Downtown Disney into Disney Springs. Yeah.
Apparently my brain works better when I'm really tired.
This one, we'll see if you get this. This day in 2014, a movie was released by Touchstone Pictures, one of their last, it seems. A racer with skills so supreme chased glory, a high-speed dream with engines that roared. And the stakes to the floor. He's racing for more than it seems. Stars Aaron Paul.
Oh, gross. No offense, Aaron Paul. I think that Aaron Paul was a thing 11 years ago.
Breaking Bad was probably 20 years ago now. So.
Oh, Aaron Paul. I'm thinking of someone totally different. I like Aaron Paul. I like him a lot. Who am I thinking of? Logan. Who are the
Logan Paul. Logan Paul and Jake Paul.
All right. No relation?
I don't think so.
What about Chris Paul? Bob Iger's friend.
I don't think so.
Okay.
CP3?
I do not know this movie.
This is Need for Speed, starring Kid Cudi and Rami Malek, I think, and Aaron Paul.
I do remember this movie now. Yes. As does Benji, apparently, because he got it right.
Feel the need.
All right.
The Need for Speed.
Hey, is that the last one?
That's the last one, and that's the last episode of the week, and that means it's your last episode for at least another week, and we are going to be missing at least one show next week. Otherwise, I think I should be able, news dependent, because I do need people to cover the news desk, but we'll see how it goes. We will have at least, I promise, 2 shows. I don't know why, but arbitrarily, I promise 2, hopefully 4.
If I am in a position with Wi-Fi during a show, I will come on live and say hello. I do want to, fun fact. I told Kyle this before the show, but I'm going to tell everyone else since I'm going away. Doobie can't sleep before a cruise. So I'm 54 years old. I've been on 14 of them, and I still can't sleep for like 3 days before a cruise. So I am dead tired. I woke up at 3:30 this morning.
Do the line.
I go to sleep. I'm too excited to sleep. Is that the right line?
I'm too excited to sleep.
It is so true, and it is annoying because I got to travel tomorrow morning, and I like to have some energy for the cruise, but it is what it is. So thanks for joining us. I'm going to miss you guys next week, but going to come back with lots of stories. See you later.
Bye.